l'event par rapport à ça. Je suis désolée de vous avoir fait manquer des bouts, mais vous êtes à l'école et puis en plus de ça, ça fait mal aux yeux que c'est tout petit pour rien. Quand il y a personne, c'est un peu triste. Je me fais mal aux yeux pour rien.
It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for this. As well as being a true connoisseur of traditional art forms, he's able to appreciate Xinyan's performances too.
Yeah, that's right. Matter of fact, he was the one who first invited me to perform here. To tell the truth, though, I never thought I'd really find myself rehearsing here one day.
Well, now you know.
Salut petit
The
gars.
Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is a
Comment
great
vas-tu?
location. All of you are always welcome to come and hang out here, especially if you're in the mood to try something new. I can speak to that. Hu Tao is always full of fun surprises.
And jump scares.
Actually, Xinyan, I have some lyric ideas for your part. Do you want to go through them together?
Oh, sure thing. I'm all ears.
Oh, Traveler in Paimon. I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so make sure you're hiking up the right
Il aime
hill.
bien être à la montagne Zhongli de toute façon.
When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him.
Zhongli.
It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses.
Ah bah ça.
You should join us too. It'll be a riot. If there's one thing I've learned from being a funeral director, it's how to throw a party.
C'est dingue quand même. Ouais, on va aller trouver notre petit Morax. Non, pas ça. Bien dormi, petit Kara? Morax. Il est là-bas. Il est juste là, notre Morax. Le mont Yutao. Yulao plutôt. Pourquoi j'ai Yutao là? T'attendais ça en fait? T'attendais un live pour voir l'event? Tu sais que tu peux juste me demander et je te l'aurais mis. Et aujourd'hui, on va planter la fameuse plante vache. Dans les Sims aussi. Bouh, j'ai déjà peur, des frissons. Faut vraiment que je m'en occupe trop bien parce que sinon... ça va être la cata. Et il y a là-bas notre Max. Ah bah c'est le moment où il y a les cœurs bloqués.
Stabilize.
Je pense ça pour qu'il est là-bas aussi. Parce que la fête des lanternes, sa meuf elle est morte quoi. Enfin, il faut Steven Flap pour beaucoup de choses. Mais il y a aussi sa meuf. Guizong qui est morte.
Freeze. Through me, justice is served. Guilty.
Et aujourd'hui on va te tirer Kara, tu sais pourquoi? Même si t'as tombé sur un 4 étoiles, je serais triste quand même, mais tant pis. On va tenter la chance dès que j'aurai mon 10e vœu pour faire un 10 pour Highlight Am. Highlight Am. Ouais, ça a changé par là, il y a des adeptes. Pas très envie de déranger les adeptes, moi. Et où Morax? On va devoir les déranger dans leur dîner, je pense. Et arrête de les appeler illuminés. C'est pas très poli de les appeler illuminés.
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is the city nowadays?
Everything's great.
But you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check it out for yourself.
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on
Ah,
Mount
le
Tianheng
Mott.
in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Zhongli, here you are. We've brought the bamboo shoots you wanted.
Impeccable timing. Traditionally, bamboo shoot soup ought to be slow-cooked for many hours on low heat. Using Adeptus arts to hasten the process is something of a shortcut.
Wait, that mechanism.
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme cuisine machine.
Can we not just call it a cooking machine? Actually, never mind. She seems to take a lot of pride in her mechanical gizmos, so it's probably best if Paimon doesn't go changing the name willy-nilly.
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking during your recent journey?
Ouais, des drôles de réponses.
Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. Our journey should be seen as a means to take on more from the world around us. When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must insist that you try some for yourself.
Oh, Zhongli, Hutao told us to tell you something. She said, it's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. When she says performance, she must mean the Lantern Rite Music Festival. As for the banquet, she didn't tell us anything more about that, but she invited us to come as well.
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of mine tonight. Please, give Director Hu my best wishes for the performance. As for the banquet, since the Director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you there?
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Thank you. I will examine it right away. The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It tastes most exquisite while still warm.
La bonne soupe. On va retourner au port de Yui. Il y a des fans qui réclament quoi dans Genshin Impact? Attendez, je regarde. Genshin Impact a beau être en perpétuelle évolution.
You think I've got a sharp tongue?
Certaines
I
fonctionnalités
just
du jeu
tell it
méritent
like
très
it
bien
is.
un léger
If someone
rafraîchissement.
can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
Si chez vous aussi votre stock d'artefacts frôle dangereusement avec le plafond autorisé, cette idée est tout bête et pourrait changer toute la vie. C'est cool pour les artefacts, mais... Moi j'aurais préféré qu'ils rajoutent quelque chose, c'est un moyen de transport. C'est pouvoir monter sur les animaux et...
There's no
Comme dans
need
les
to
autres jeux à monde
exchange
ouvert, quoi.
pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence.
Faut que je le propose un peu plus, je pense.
Quit following me.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hutao, and this is a little something called...
The Bling Lilies!
I'm up here blazing trails through the midnight sky, lighting up the world below. And when the crowds all hear my voice, they'll meet the spirit of rock and roll.
Let's go! Hey, you butterfly, you two buzzing by, guiding your way to the afterlife, opening the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch your step, or you'll get burned. Hey, woo!
Yeah!
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
Ah bah ils ouvrent. Oh.
Master, listen!
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Xiao lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. And you must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
Listen! That must be Madame Ping!
Ah bah tout le monde. Ah la vache. Je vous cache pas que j'ai un peu pleuré parce que c'est beau quoi. C'était vraiment beau. Je sais pas si on aura peut-être de la chance aujourd'hui, mais bon. Là, j'ai eu la larme qui a coulé facilement, je suis désolée. Des fois, je montre mes émotions, des fois non, et là, bam, elles sont arrivées. Sans que je m'y attende. Attendez une minute. J'ai juste besoin d'essuyer une larme qui me pique l'œil. Vous foutez pas le mot, ok. On a plein de trucs encore à jouer, mais c'était super beau. On peut pas se le cacher. On choisira qui inviter, mais bon, là-dedans, je pense que je prendrais peut-être un double de Yao-Yao. Je sais pas.
So lively. This is how a festival should.
C'était beaucoup trop beau, sérieux. Allez, c'est parti. Attendez, 9h. Le lendemain. J'ai toujours aimé de toute façon Genshin Impact pour leur musique, mais aussi pour la beauté qu'ils mettent dans le jeu, quoi.
Relax.
Maintenant, on doit attendre 19h. Ok, donc... Je crois que c'était 9h, j'avais pas vu, excusez-moi.
Traveler, hurry! It's almost time for us to join Hotel for dinner! Ooh, and we'll be meeting at Shinue Kiosk. It's the place with a really long wait list. As expected of the parlor director, always so generous! Come on, let's go!
Oh, so that's how it is. Thanks for the suggestions, Mr. Zhongli. I have them all noted down.
Excusez-moi, j'étais en train de lire un truc.
I've long heard that your knowledge encompasses all things old and new, Mr. Zhongli. But I never knew that you were well versed in the art of cooking, too. It is truly an honor to make your acquaintance.
No need for formalities. I too feel humbled to be in the company of such talented young people. There are many things I could learn from you.
Oh, you flatter us. If it's possible, may I trouble you to provide a few words of guidance for my practices in exorcism?
Exorcism? I can't say I'm an expert in the field, but if you don't mind, we could start by discussing...
Whoa, there's so many people here. All we knew was that Hotel invited Zhongli over. Paimon never thought we'd be meeting so many old friends. Happy Lantern Ride, everyone!
Likewise. Please take a seat.
Happy Lantern Rite! Are you having fun? Me too. I've seen Xinyan perform before, but this is the first time I've watched something like this. I heard that the audience loved it too, and she's been receiving quite a lot of performance invitations lately. She's more busy than ever, and Yoonjin's gonna help her.
Yep, and they asked us to pass on their season's greetings to everyone. They hope we'll have a wonderful gathering.
The performance was spectacular indeed. However, it gave Xiangling a huge burst of inspiration, which in turn gave us a bit of a headache.
Us? Did Xiangling ask you to try out her dishes too?
That, my friend, is beside the point. Watching you eat was enough for me. Come to think of it, I probably shouldn't have burdened Chongyun with eating my share too.
Poor.
Hold on. Xiangling came up with a new recipe? Let Paimon try!
See? Someone here knows how to encourage people. Thanks, Paimon. Oh, and I have to thank Mr. Zhongli, too. He gave me lots of useful pointers that really drove it home for me.
Oh, so that's what you were talking about before we arrived.
Yes. Since we'll be dining together, the topic of our conversation naturally revolved around cooking. Xiangling's ideas are truly unconventional. Her choices in both ingredients and spices are comparable to a melody dancing on the tongue. My suggestions were nothing more than the icing on the cake.
Oh, the two of you always deliver.
Now I'm getting embarrassed. Anyway, I'll get everyone to have a taste after I've adjusted the recipe based on Mr. Zhongli's advice.
That sounds like it might become a little safer to eat.
How about I sample the dishes next time?
Speaking of eating, Paimon feels like we're missing someone. Oh, Huta was the one who invited us, but she's not here. And where's Guoba?
Oh, Guoba volunteered to help Dad at the restaurant. You know, lots of people come over to eat during Lantern Rite. Without Guoba helping out, I probably wouldn't have had the time to accept Hu Tao's invitation. As for Hu Tao...
The director went to collect a guest. She asked me to stay here and host you for the time being. Seems like it's almost time.
Huh? Hu Tao went to fetch someone in person? Oh, could it be... Keqing? Ningguang? Or Captain Beidou?
She didn't clarify. And as her subordinate, I couldn't just pry into the details, could I?
Ta-da! We're here! Oh, we're not late to the party, right? Right? Good thing the Conqueror of Demons and I are both as swift as the wind. And whoosh, we made it just in time.
La tête qu'on fait tout ça.
I see. So the important guest is the Conqueror of Demons. I've been looking forward to meeting you. The director didn't mention anything when she invited us. What a pleasant surprise. Gathered here with us tonight are not only young and accomplished individuals, but also the protector of Liyue's peace, Adeptus Alatus. To convene here with all of you is indeed a great honor.
Alexa, quel temps fait-il?
Actuellement, à la chapelle Saint-Luc, il fait 1 degré Celsius avec un ciel essentiellement nuageux. Aujourd'hui, attendez-vous à un ciel couvert, avec une température maximale de 3 degrés et une température minimale de 0 degré. Aimeriez-vous connaître également la météo de demain?
Oui.
Demain, à la chapelle Saint-Luc, le temps sera essentiellement ensoleillé,
It's almost
avec une
lantern,
température
right?
maximale de 5
And you
degrés
took all the
Celsius
trouble
et une
coming here.
température minimale de 0 degré.
The director has a way of making it difficult to decline.
Rex Lapis, may I ask what troubles you?
The director asked me to buy sesame oil in preparation for the celebrations.
Then why would you come all the way to Wangshu Inn?
I had a pleasant chat with Chef Yenshao and received some spices from him. And, see? Here's some matsutake and a portion of ham.
What about the sesame oil?
It's a shame. I couldn't find the kind the director was looking for.
I'm sure you're exaggerating, Zhang... Sir.
There he goes again. Enough with the pleasantries. Go let our guests take a seat. Everyone here today is well known in their own field and has probably heard about one another to some extent. Some of us are even old acquaintances, so there's no need to be this formal. I heard that the Conqueror of Demons and the Traveler are pretty close, no? Great! You two sit together.
You should take a seat too, Director.
Oh? Finally remembered me? When we arrived just now, the hosts at Shinyue Kiosk told me our dishes are almost ready. Perfect timing. Let's not wait any longer and ask them to bring out the food.
Paimon would have never guessed the person who Tao went to fetch was Xiao.
Oh, that's also the first I've heard of the Traveler and Paimon being friends with the
You know Xiao Chu?
Knowing is a bit of an overstatement. I've always looked up to him. You might not know this, Paimon, but we exorcists have worked in close collaboration with the Conqueror of Demons for many generations, dispelling evil together, both in the open and from the shadows. Hard to imagine that thanks to Hu Tao, I've finally gotten the chance to meet him. Conqueror of Demons, I'm honored to make your acquaintance.
Likewise.
It is a great honor indeed to have a chance to meet the legendary Conqueror of Demons. Changyun has brought that name up quite a few times in the past. I remember you mentioning wanting him to understand the importance of exorcists.
Ahem.
We know each other too. He helped try my dishes during the Masterful Chef's cook-off. I didn't think we'd have the chance to meet again. Happy Lantern Rite.
No anecdote, however, compares to meeting you in person. I'm Xingqiu, Shangling and Changyun's friend. The pleasure is all mine.
Whoa. Everyone's getting all formal and polite all of a sudden. Adeptus Xiao, mighty Conqueror of Demons. Please accept Paimon's greetings too. Belated Happy Lantern Rite. Paimon tried very hard to look for a fancy word, okay? Don't be too harsh on Paimon!
Elle se fout en colère. Ça me fait trop rire.
There's no need to be so polite.
You're right. This was meant to be a nice little get-together between friends after all. Too much formality kills the atmosphere. I didn't plan this gathering only for everyone to walk on eggshells. Hiya.
What's your true intention, then?
A little get-together between friends, sipping the finest tea and watching lanterns float into the sky, bidding farewell to the past. And that is something our consultant would say. I think it deserves a standing ovation.
Indeed. Exceptional acting skills, Director.
Elle le connaît par cœur.
As for me, I'm just here to have fun and treat everyone to something good. We all worked really hard this year, whether traveling or guiding. Cooking, helping with the family business, exorcising evil spirits, or conquering demons. And of course, our consultant, who's been helping out at the parlor every now and then. Everyone has done some pretty amazing things. As the one who brought everyone together, it goes without saying that I'm the one most deserving of praise.
Huh? Sounds kinda self-important, but Paimon thinks it's pretty amazing that she managed to talk Xiao into coming. He rarely ever enters Liyue Harbor after all.
It wasn't as complicated as you think.
Okay, gotcha. Thanks, boss lady.
It's not boss lady, just boss. And there she goes. What a lively girl.
Conqueror of demons, Adeptus Xiao. Guardian of Wangshu Inn, hero of Dihua Marsh. I know you're there.
Quiet. Do not disturb the peace.
Sorry, but you wouldn't show up if I didn't yell your name, would you?
I know you. You're the 77th director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. Is there something you need?
Sacré Yutao.
That does sound like one of Hu Tao's antics.
Did the Conqueror of Demons agree to come so that Hu Tao would stop pestering him?
There might be other reasons.
Smart guess.
Huh? There's more to it?
It gets pretty boring from here on. I talked about the funeral parlor's past relationships with the guardian yakshas. You know, just to be sociable.
In the time of the Archon War, disputes were frequent, and disaster overtook the land. Humans couldn't escape from the torment of the plague, nor could they escape death. The Adepti vanquished the demons, the Millelith fought valiantly, and Wangsheng Funeral Parlor was responsible for purifying the diseased and sending off the spirits of the dead. That is how the border between life and death was maintained during the war. And it effectively prevented further incidents from happening.
That's right. 1 point for the consultant. But despite our deep-rooted connection, it still took me quite a while to actually convince him. You know him pretty well, huh?
This matter is out of my control, so I need to be cautious.
True, but I've kept that in mind too. That's why everyone here today is in one way or another acquainted with elemental power. Besides, it'll only be for a short while as we dine together. There won't be any lasting consequences.
But I didn't expect there to be so many people.
There's no need to worry, Conqueror of Demons. We're not feeling anything unusual so far. Our young exorcist over here is protected by his pure yang energy, so he's probably the most resilient.
That's not the same. And did you just toss your carrots into my bowl? Hey, don't look away.
Huh? What?
I'm siding with Chongyun. I saw that too. You're lucky Guoba isn't here today. He hates seeing people being picky with their food. If he'd seen that, he'd definitely make you eat all your carrots.
Huh? Guoba would do that? Is he that uncompromising? But now that I think of it, Xianglin told me that Guoba used to be the stove god.
Ben non, c'est pas grave, ça peut être désolé. Voilà.
It sounds like you've heard the rumors.
I'm doing fine. Not long ago, before Lantern Rite, I met an old friend. Thanks to his help, things have been a lot more stable than before. You should know him. He's...
Seeds of story, brought by the wind.
20. Heureusement que j'ai demandé.
And cultivated by time. Did Paimon just unconsciously complete that saying? That voice. Could it be?
Ouais, ils l'ont tous reconnu.
If I'm not mistaken, there's someone knocking at the door. Don't just sit there, Zhongli. Go welcome our guest in.
No such need. I'm coming in. You finally let me in.
Il nous a manqué celui-là.
Hello, hello. No matter if we've met before or not, this moment marks a brand new encounter. Old friends and new, happy lantern rite.
Oh, it's the tone-deaf bard.
Bande de pacotille. Elle lui laisse toujours ses noms, mais elle est contente de le revoir.
Oh, he seems to carry a valiant breeze wherever he goes. It looks like we're gonna be friends. Fate has brought us together, so come on, take a seat and be my guest. Help yourself. Oh, I'll ask them for another set of cutlery.
This young lady here is as bright as a fresh bouquet of flowers in the morning's rising sun. She no doubt is the one with the most authority here. Whoa, these dishes look amazing! Is it really okay for me to join in? All right, I'm digging in!
Huh, it's you.
Oh, isn't this Genu?
Genu?
Yep. Now that I've taken a closer look, you're a fan of Genu's works, aren't you? I met Xingqiu at a light novel convention. Oh, how I wish we'd met sooner. I never expected that there'd be another person in this world who could interpret Genu's new novel as thoroughly as I could.
Venti, you're being too humble. Considering your poetic talent, your fundamentals are way more impressive.
Could this new guest be Master Xingqiu's friend?
Yeah! Xiao, you remember me too, right? We had a chat not long ago.
Yes. Monsters become more active than usual as we get closer to Lantern Rite. I was patrolling Dihua Marsh a few days ago, when I happened to run into this...
You've already forgotten? I'm a bard.
Remember?
And bards go around singing wherever they like.
Oh, right. And this bard was performing in Dihua Marsh. It was a moving melody, and it made me feel relaxed and at ease. I couldn't help but stay and listen.
Thank you for your patronage.
I understand now, too. I'm Zhongli, currently working at the Wangsheng Funeral Parlor. It's a pleasure to meet you, new friend.
And I'm his boss. Oh, and if there's anything unsatisfactory, let me know anytime.
That's very considerate of you.
Oh? No wonder. Only a boss as savvy and reliable as you would be able to hire such an impressive consultant.
Oh, you're too nice, Venti. Not to brag, but our consultant truly is impressive. His knowledge extends across the stars and the land, and there's nothing throughout history that he doesn't know. From the sophisticated way he speaks, it's hard not to suspect that he could very well be an adeptus in disguise.
C'est même un dieu. Et ouais, lui il le sait.
Xiao, you're an adeptus. Do you think it might be possible?
Sorry. I'm only good at conquering demons. I'm afraid I don't have much knowledge in that matter.
Really? But Paimon thinks you're super knowledgeable.
Les Paimon jouent le jeu, impossible. Tu vas finir en casse-croûte, toi.
Right! Xiao's a warrior. He doesn't come to the city very often, so it's, pretty normal for him to not...
Really? I've actually heard a few things about Mr. Zhongli before. The guests in the tavern talked about this refined and courteous man who, instead of having wine at Mondstadt's finest tavern, ordered a cup of hot tea with the most complex name.
Now that you mention it, I seem to recall that there indeed is a musician like yourself in Mondstadt. I've heard that he's elegant and amiable, his works witty and vibrant. It's no overstatement to regard him as the best bard in Mondstadt.
Now you're making me embarrassed. I would say that Mondstadt's poetry is a little run-of-the-mill sometimes. There's one I heard a while back that went, "The old house is renewed, welcoming the spring breeze, awakening old memories." The meaning's there, but the word choices are unimaginative, and there's a distinct lack of literary flair.
I think so too. The composition needs a little jazzing. If I were to give it a go, I'd make it an old melon on a vine, a new flower that grows fine.
Oh, good one! It feels unique and has a nice ring to it.
You have great taste, Venti. I was right about you. Let's...
Of course, of course.
Hmm.
Hey, Shincho! Mind lending me a few books when we get back? Pick out some well-written ones. I don't know if it's my own lack of literary knowledge, but I couldn't tell the difference between those two.
I don't think it's your fault.
Changyun's right. It's not our fault.
Oh, you have a point. But speaking of, why is the Tone Deaf Bard here? Are you here to take part in Lantern Rite too?
I heard that Liyue will be hosting a Lantern Rite music festival this year. As a musician myself, how could I possibly... Getting to know other musical styles is essential to sparking inspiration, don't you think? As for the Fontaine friend who hosted the festival, I saw him near Stone Gate the other day. The Iridescence tour has finally been held successfully for once, so I had to congratulate him. Don't think anything of it. By the way, I was watching as you entered Shinyue Kiosk, but no one seemed to notice me. Should I say that it's because I'm an expert in hiding, or that a certain someone deliberately ignored the sound of the wind?
Whenever Lantern Rite comes around, Liyue Harbor becomes bustling with activity. People are all busy watching the lanterns and strolling around the shops, and they might just go travel somewhere on a whim. It is rather difficult to predict another's whereabouts. The festival is in full swing and proceeding smoothly, and we're all gathered here with friends, new and old. This is no doubt a wonderful occasion worth celebrating. To come together with all of you at the beginning of the year, one can't help but be filled with joy. In a moment like this, I propose we raise a glass together. In my case, tea in lieu of wine.
Very well said, Mr. Zhongli. That was exactly what I wanted to say. Now I'm getting a little self-conscious. I didn't cause you too much trouble barging in like that, did I? We usually drink wine during occasions like this over in Mondstadt, but since Mr. Zhongli insists on drinking tea, I'll give a toast with tea too.
You're welcome. As the host of this gathering, I hope everyone enjoys the food and drinks. Considering that everyone may have other matters to attend to later, sticking to tea seems like a good idea.
All of a sudden, they started proposing toasts.
What's with the urgency?
Have you two finished eating? It's always nice to have a breath of fresh air after a meal.
Paimon will come too. Yeah? Okay then. Don't forget to come back.
C'est mieux qu'elle reste ici, elle a un peu mieux.
Are you all right? It's hard to describe. It's not that. There were those among the Adepti who loved gatherings and idle chit-chat. Sometimes they would call up a few others for a drink. Even I got dragged along to their gatherings many times. The Adepti all have their specialties, making most of them proud and arrogant. Everything they say is straight from the heart. It never gets too complicated, but this time... That's not what I meant. Or perhaps I should say Rex Lapis is really good at adapting to human life. You could and that's something I might never be able to do. That does sound like something you would say. No matter. I know my circumstances. Whenever I think of the ordinary conversations I've had with you, it feels strangely novel. Yes. The parlor director went out of her way with the invitation, so it was difficult to turn her down. I had made mental preparations before agreeing to come. She told me that all the guests today would be acquainted with elemental power, and I knew that you would be here. But I didn't expect the other guests to be... General Capisis always said that we should live in the present and enjoy every pleasant surprise. Perhaps that's what I should do with what I'm feeling now. But I think he meant designing clothes for those around him. The clothes were intricately designed, but inconvenient to wear. Brother Bosacius never tried to hide his distaste in front of him. Rex Lapis did like his designs and even collected quite a few. The outfit he wears now was also designed by General Capisis himself. I never saw him wear this during the war. I didn't expect him to start wearing it later.
Oh, here you are. I'm not intruding, right?
You're not.
Hu Tao saw that everyone's done eating and asked the staff to bring out the desserts. Paimon got so anxious that you weren't back yet that she scarfed down her dessert without the usual slurping and munching. To be honest, I was kind of worried too. You looked a little restless just now, and I thought you weren't used to the food here and was planning to head back to Wangshu Inn for something Yanxiao made.
You're worrying too much. Why would I? Anyway, let's head back.
Please wait! There's another reason why I came looking for you. Here, take these. I brought them for you.
Almond tofu?
Yup. Since the Masterful Chef's competition, you could say that Yanxiao and I are not only competitors, but good friends. I heard him say that the esteemed guest on the roof loves nothing more than a good plate of almond tofu, so I learned a thing or two about the dish from him. I'll be honest, before Hu Tao invited everyone, she secretly came looking for me, told me about the guests she planned to invite, and asked me for some suggestions on what she should order. So I made a few servings of almond tofu for you guys in advance. Take them as a token of gratitude for your support. When I told Guoba that I was making these for you, he started eagerly running around the kitchen and helping a lot too.
Thank you for the trouble. There was no need to... I'll take them. Thank you. And Guoba too.
You're welcome. Oh, the almond tofu I made probably tastes and feels a little different from the type Yanxiao cooks. Please let me know if there's any improvements I should make.
Okay.
That's all. Alrighty, we should head back now. We can't keep Paimon waiting.
J'ai l'impression que elle le remet en place des fois. C'est quoi le délire?
case, besides having no sense of time, Paimon will let you know what having no sense of fullness looks like. Your dessert is all Paimon's!
Sorry to keep everyone waiting.
No worries, we're all just chatting here. There's no serious business to take care of. Whether we're chatting outside or inside, it's all the same.
Paimon's too busy eating to talk to you.
Elle nous fait la gueule.
But even though we're all well acquainted by now, I think this festive gathering deserves something ceremonious.
Oh? Is this some local custom?
Nope. This is something I made up so that good luck will be on our side, that's all. Spontaneity is the best choice to make here. Let's use this incense burner on the table. It's been lit for so long now that the incense is running out. I'll leave refilling and lighting the incense to the most distinguished guest among us all. Lighting the incense will signify continuous growth and prosperity in all our endeavors in the new year.
I see. Perfect symbolism, as expected of Hu Tao. And speaking of the most distinguished guest here today, I'm sure we all agree that it's Mr. Zhongli. I'm not very familiar with the details of his past deeds, but chatting with him has been a real eye-opener, even for a bard who has traveled all across the world. If knowledge were a form of power, one could even say that you're a wielder of unlimited strength.
But when it comes to having a way with words, the notable bard is certainly one cut above the rest. I just happen to have a good memory. It is such an unexceptional skill, yet you made it sound like an unparalleled talent. I am truly impressed. Since we all get to nominate someone... I think it's only fair that we let the parlor director light the incense.
Huh? That won't do. Don't flatter me just because I'm your boss. We are looking for the most distinguished guest here. As the host, I shouldn't be involved in this discussion at all. Now that we've enjoyed this table full of delicacies, how about we let our one and only chef here do the honors?
Is this really the way this works? I didn't cook any of these dishes.
It's not a big deal. Just look at her. Xiangling, the disciple of an adeptus, the stove god's best companion, the winner of the Masterful Chef's competition. The only heir of the famous Wan Min restaurant. A good old friend of mine. There's no better choice.
Why does Paimon feel like we're back at square one again? Please stop! You're making me embarrassed! If we're looking for a distinguished guest, surely the second son of the Feiyun Commerce Guild counts. It's one of the largest commerce guilds in Liyue Harbor.
Huh? Don't get me involved in this.
Oh, not a bad choice. With the Commerce Guild's young master lighting the incense, we're all sure to make a huge sum of mora in the new year.
That's not how it works. Making a fortune is indeed a fine wish, but it's of lesser importance than good, which means we should choose Chongyun, the skilled exorcist who keeps everyone's home safe from evil spirits.
Huh? Now you're nominating me? I can't be the one when we have the Conqueror of Demons right here. Adeptus Xiao has the most seniority among everyone here today. We should...
I refuse.
Tout de suite, il a fait non.
I am most certainly not the most distinguished guest here. You should all be able to make the right judgment based on your observations. One person here is well acquainted with everyone else.
Courage. Je sais pas ce que tu vas dire, mais déjà fait, elle fait une drôle de tête.
Oh, that's right! Even though you're always mocking Paimon, you're still pretty popular with other people. No, wait! Paimon said she wouldn't talk to you again.
Eh ben, ne parle plus, on va te transformer en casse-croûte.
Huh? Who else is there?
Bah oui, bah, abruti, t'es une casse-croûte, mais...
Huh? Huh? Does that mean Paimon's the most distinguished guest? Oh, well, that was unexpected!
I agree. Paimon's just the one we need. Without a friend constantly by your side, a long journey would become dreadfully lonesome. But once you have someone there to brighten up the atmosphere, everything along the way will become lively and vibrant too.
Ah. The traveler has traversed many nations and left behind a great deal of fascinating stories. But without Paimon, they would have become quite monotonous. Paimon plays an indispensable role in making your journey a happy and smooth one.
You guys, Paimon's not used to being praised like that. Those were genuine compliments, right? Thank you. You made Paimon wait for a long time, but Paimon's not mad anymore.
Don't take everything to heart, Paimon. Friends tease each other all the time.
That is indeed true.
That means Paimon is as important to the traveler as Guoba is to me.
Looks like we've come to an agreement. Any objections before we proceed?
I trust the traveler's judgment.
Then Paimon it is. And now, the world's most excellent traveler's greatest companion, guide, and friend, Paimon, will be refilling and lighting the incense for us. Here you go. Take the match, and don't burn yourself. It's getting late. I won't take up any more of your time. You're all free to go as you please.
Yep, the tea was amazing too.
You don't have to go all polite on me. Just remember to come when I invite you next time.
Let's see. It's dark out, so I'm going to accompany Xiangling, Xingqiu, and Changyun back home. As for the rest of the guests, I'll leave them to our consultant.
No need. I'm headed towards the harbor to meet a friend on the ship. There's no need to trouble one such as Mr. Zhongli. I think you know the place I'm talking about. Come meet me anytime.
Okay.
It was great getting to know you all. Let's meet again when the spring breeze begins to blow.
Bye! Oh, we should write poetry together sometime. We'll catch you all later then. Don't forget to return to the parlor later. There's something I need you to do.
Understood. See you later. Well then.
Rex Lapis.
Just Zhongli will do. I live as a mortal in Liyue Harbor now. I am just one among many who begin work at sunrise and retire to rest at sundown. If we were to consider status and seniority as Zhongli, I should be respectfully referring to you as Adeptus Shao.
Heaven forbid. Not you two.
I meant what I said. I heard that during the Lantern Rite Music Festival, you conferred with Streetward Rambler and Cloud Retainer. I take it as you've gained a lot more knowledge about the past? The same truth will sound different coming from different people. As more bear witness to a story, feelings and interpretations expand in variety too. I once had a pleasant chat about the past and present with a Sumeru scholar named Soraya, and learned a few things about her research topic. From the evidence she found and the conclusion she made, her area of research is already very close to the truth. But there are multiple sides to humans and gods alike. In the legends recorded by humans, some gods were depicted as arrogant and condescending, while others were kind and capable. But whether to me, Streetward Rambler, Cloud Retainer, or younger adepti such as Shao and Ganyu, those adepti and gods that may seem extraordinary to humans are something. This was as true back then as it is right now. Just how Shao may seem unapproachable to most, but the Traveler has proved otherwise. So there's no need to dwell too much on certain things.
I mean, Zhongli, what you're saying is...
It looks like you understood what I meant. Ah. The director asked me to accompany you on your return. But I don't think you'll need my protection. After that, it'll be time for me to go back and meet up with the director. Good.
Bye, Zhongli. Everyone's gone now. Paimon always feels a little empty inside when a lively celebration ends. But at least you always stay by Paimon's side. No. Paimon got it mixed up. Paimon, the best and most distinguished travel guide, will always stay by... Good that you're aware of that. Shell, is there anything else you want to do? We could take you on a tour of Liyue Harbor.
No need. I've stayed here for much longer than I had expected. The city lights are a fine sight, but it's time for me to leave. The events of today occurred so abruptly. I appreciate your kindness. Okay, I'll see you next time then.
je penserais bien savoir de quoi il parlait en vrai. Il parlait d'alcool. C'est vrai qu'on n'a pas été depuis longtemps en plus. C'est peut-être pas ça, mais moi je vais juste jeter un coup d'œil là-dedans. Ah bah si, tiens, il est là. Il est venu voir Kazuha.
Such a cool ship! Facing the sea breeze and gazing out at the soaring seagulls makes me want to sing out loud. Kazuha, how about I stay here and be the ship's resident bard? What am I—
With your level of artistic finesse, I'm sure nothing will go wrong. But I'm afraid the sailors aboard are not the most versed in the arts. They probably wouldn't understand the deeper meaning your poetry holds.
You can't say that for sure. Poetry is spur-of-the-moment creations. Anyone viewing the same sights and experiencing the same atmosphere would— There's a port in Mondstadt too, but I rarely get the chance to board any of the ships. Speaking of ships, everything's perfect about this one. Kazuha, could you tell your captain that my height says nothing of my age? I'm way past drinking age. How often does one get to enjoy a seafood feast on a ship? It'll be a real shame if there isn't anything stronger to enhance the food. Pretty please?
There's not much I can do about that. It's not because Captain Beto's not on the ship right now, but because there's no room for negotiation on this matter. Even I have to sit in the no-drinking zone every time.
But I don't get drunk after just a few sips. Trust me, I can hold my liquor really well.
Sacré venti avec l'alcool, hein. Et ça, c'est la fameuse quête. Voilà. Fais les Paymon, ça fait un bail. Joyeux festival des lanternes. Merci, Yuding. Bon festival des lanternes à toi aussi. Joyeux festival des lanternes. On a vu que le bateau avait beaucoup de marchandises et de décorations à bord. L'ambiance est aussi animée qu'en ville. Pas mal, hein? Toutes ces décorations ont été choisies personnellement par la capitaine. Elle voulait que tous les membres de l'équipage en service se sentent chez eux pour les festivités. En plus, avant le festival des lanternes, elle nous a donné une prime à chacun et organisé plusieurs banquets. La nourriture a été commandée à des restaurants réputés, en dehors de restaurants Wanim ou Wana, que nous fréquentons tout le temps. Le kiosque Xingyu et le pavillon Louis. J'arrive pas à voir à cause du feu, pas de la lanterne. Tout le monde s'est régalé comme jamais. Je veux participer moi aussi. Une prime et un banquet. Trop bien. Je ne veux pas que Beidou... Vous savez pas que Beidou pouvait être aussi minutieuse? Le capitaine a toujours géré les affaires de notre flotte avec brio. Nous, membres de l'équipage, nous sommes généreusement rémunérés et elle prépare aussi des cadeaux pour nos familles à chaque festival des lanternes. La maîtresse des 7 étoiles lui a donné des informations qui lui ont permis d'améliorer la gestion commerciale de la flotte du Crux. Nos recettes se sont très vite multipliées, alors nous avons eu le droit à une augmentation de salaire. Tout le monde sera motivé à affronter n'importe quel défi avec ça. Et quand les nouvelles recrues entendront à quel point la flotte du Crux traite son équipage, ils seront encore plus enthousiastes à l'idée d'en faire partie. Défi? Tout le monde est censé être en vacances pendant le festival des lanternes, non? À l'entendre, on dirait que vous en faites des heures supplémentaires. Ah, j'aime bien la petite. Mais non, t'inquiète pas. Le capitaine a bien préparé son coup. Certains membres de l'équipage ont pris des congés avant que les autres... les autres prendront le leur plus tard. On se repose tout en fin de compte. et il y aura toujours quelqu'un sur Elcor. Je fais partie de ceux qui ont congé en avance. Alors je reviens à mon poste, en forme. J'étais justement en train de me préparer pour mon examen de formation. Vigilance en mer. Vigie quoi? C'est ça le nouveau défi? Eh oui, vous avez bien deviné. Au cours des 2 dernières années, le commerce maritime a connu un grand essor au port de Yue et de nombreuses personnes deviennent marins. La navigation maritime est un domaine où la patience est clé. Il faut faire preuve de bravoure et de perspicacité. Les marins doivent être bien formés avant de prendre la barre. En plus de décrocher les 9 qualifications au métier maritime du bureau des affaires civiles qui comprend 4 disciplines majeures et 5 disciplines mineures. Il faut 2 ans d'apprentissage et d'expérience en mer. 9 qualifications et plus de 2 ans d'apprentissage, la vache! C'est difficile. Mais non, c'est toujours mieux de subir une formation rigoureuse que de se retrouver démuni en mer par manque de préparation. Le bureau des affaires civiles organise la plupart des formations. Quiconque avec des connaissances basiques en navigation peut suivre. Les sujets abordés ne sont pas très difficiles. Évidemment, certains navires doivent traverser ces eaux difficiles, ce qui représente une expérience non négligeable. Étant donné l'expérience de la flotte du Crux dans des situations maritimes dangereuses, nous avons décidé conjointement avec le bureau des affaires civiles d'organiser un programme de formation intensif en navigation. Les marins qui le réussissent obtiendront donc un certificat de qualification en navigation en eau dangereuse et des récompenses accordées par le bureau des affaires civiles. Pardon. Comme je suis celle qui connaît le mieux les eaux avoisinantes, la capitaine m'a demandé de préparer l'examen de cette formation. Salut Aérosol, comment vas-tu? Moi ça va et toi? Attendez un peu. Vous vous débrouillez bien avec votre barge, non? Ça vous dirait d'essayer l'épreuve? Si ça ne vous dérange pas, j'aimerais que vous me donniez votre avis dessus. Les bons aspects comme les mauvais. Comme ça, je pourrais l'améliorer à temps. À vrai dire, j'aimerais bien voir quel niveau de compétence la flotte au Crux requiert pour naviguer dans les eaux difficiles. Tu fais quoi de beau, Aérosol? En plus, il y a une récompense à la clé. Tout le monde est gagnant. Essayons. Quel enthousiasme! Dans ce cas, je vous inscris dans l'examen Vigilance en mer. Bon courage! Ouais. Donc, Vigilance en mer propose le mode multijoueur vague circulaire et le mode solo au calme. Vous pouvez obtenir toutes les récompenses en terminant les défis dans l'un des deux modes. Donc, le thème Vigilance en mer est composé de 3 niveaux. Avant le début d'un défi, un de ces niveaux est choisi aléatoirement. Vous pouvez consulter les règles de chaque niveau dans les détails de l'événement. Donc les barges ne peuvent utiliser son obusier au début du défi. Vous obtiendrez aléatoirement des habilités en collectant des lampions au niveau et vous devez utiliser des habilités pour vous aider pendant les défis. Ok, il y en a des vies à ce que je vois. Pendant les défis, les PV de barge sont convertis en durabilité. En mode vague circulaire, si cette durabilité est épuisée, vous perdez tous les jetons du défi, déjà collectés et passés dans l'état voyage des observations. Dans cet état, votre barge ne peut pas collecter de jetons, de défi ou de lampions. Après un certain temps, l'état s'annule et votre barge peut donc à nouveau participer au défi. Ah bah ça va. Courage, ça va aller pour le travail. En mode calme, si cette durabilité est épuisée, le défi prend fin et votre score est calculé. Plus vous avez de jetons de défi à la fin des défis, et plus votre score final est élevé. Go. C'est parti. Ah bah ça va alors. T'as bien dormi quand même avant d'aller au travail? Ah la vache. Je crois que je vais me manger une bonne assiette de pâtes à la crème fraîche. J'ai la dalle. Après ce défi, peut-être je vais aller manger un peu. Ok. Ah non, mec. Aïe, j'ai perdu une vie. On va faire un petit tirage et puis peut-être qu'on aura bien sûr un personnage que t'es toi. Là j'ai un doute ou imaginez c'est une arme. Un tirage de 10 bien sûr pour nous donner plus de chance peut-être pour plus tard. Parce que normalement là j'ai assez pour me prendre... J'ai bien dit normalement, on verra bien. Pour prendre mon petit dernier vœu qu'il me faut quoi. Parce que là j'en ai déjà 9. Ok, pas encore assez. Ça, c'est libéré. On va pouvoir se le faire après. Ça, c'était le théâtre en papier, je crois. Et ça. Atteignez un score total de vigilance en mer de 1000. Bon. poil. Et encore, c'est pas dit qu'on l'aura. Hein. On a 10 vœux, les gars. 10 vœux pile poil. Allez, thème, s'il te plaît, fais-moi plaisir. Après, s'il veut pas venir, c'est son problème. Voilà. On a encore un violet. C'est pas grave, il a été. J'aurai peut-être mes chances plus tard. Yaou. Oh purée. Ah, pourquoi pas, elle sera forte. Hein. On va juste du coup reprendre un vœu avec mes cristaux. J'ai pas dit mes cristaux, bah vous inquiétez pas. Ceux-là. Donc on a une grosse élation pour la miss. Tiens, Yayao.
There's no such thing as pure freedom in this world. Even the wind cannot blow on forever.
Dernier défi les amis, après je vous laisse parce que faut que j'aille manger quand même et je continuerai un petit peu quoi. Donc sur ce, je vous laisse mes amis. Bisous la compagnie.